Hi, in today's video we're going to be tackling the track rod ends on my 2005 Volvo S60. It's early January, it's very cold. Let's go. Right, so what we've got is, that's the track rod. That there is an 18mm nut, that's a 21. I don't think I've got a 21mm spanner, so I'll just use an adjustable if I can, but I've doused it in Bulldog. I'm going to do the inner tie rod as well, just do the whole lot, because this one it's knackered, so may as well do the whole thing while I'm in here. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good, to be fair. Don't know if you can pick that up. Yeah, everything else looks pretty good up here. Right, give it a bit more Bulldog and try and get it off. Right, so we've got that inner nut, the 21mm loose, so we just leave that as is now. Next, undo the 18mm on there, and then once we've got that off, I've seen something where it says about counting the half turns, so we'll get that loosened and turn this off. So let's give this a go. I think that needs a bit more Bulldog. Oh, I don't know actually. We'll try it. Right, I'm admitting defeat on this one today. Cannot get that undone. The bush is just spinning within the hub, whatever you want to call it, where it attaches to the hub. So I'm just giving it a bit more Bulldog. What I've found out is that some videos tell you that it needs to be just zipped off with an 18mm socket. It's not that easy, because it just I suppose if it's been on a while, it'll just spin within the housing. So that's 8mm on the flat sides, so if it's held at 8mm, I'm trying to break it, but you know, hold the spline with an 8mm and then crack it with an 18. But we'll see. We'll leave it overnight. The light's going and I need a cup of tea. We'll try again tomorrow. Bloody thing. You find me today in front of a jacked up S60. Now this is probably going to be a two-parter. What I'm going to be doing is, I'll show you now, track rod ends and probably inner tie rods as well. And drop links. I want to do a bit of a refresh on the suspension. Bear with me, let's just get the big screen back on. There we go. Right, there we go. So let's put a bit of light on the subject. There we are. So track rod ends, inner tie rods, new boot, and anti-roll bar drop link. I'm going to do those front and rear. So yeah, let's crack on. I've had a look at everything else. Everything else seems fine, but this is let's keep the light on that. Where's that? There we are. Let's put that on the strut. Yeah, so let's demonstrate that to you. Yeah, it's knocking quite badly, so I've got all the new bits I need. So let's crack on. What I have got to do more than likely is I'm going to get some Bulldog on that just to ease it off. Bulldog on there. I've got a tie rod tool as well for taking it off, and oh, there we are. I'll point it in the right direction. A tie rod tool for removal and fitting. So Bulldog this first. I might need to get a jack under there just to just to put some weight on it, because more than likely that's just going to spin around and around and around. But everything else under here actually at the moment is looking all right. Those are the zinc coated discs I put on last May before I went to Austria. They're looking alright. So just a bit of a refresh, keep everything tip top, ready for Rustival really. Well, not just for Rustival obviously, but I want to get things looking a bit better on it before I take it to Rustival. Yeah, because that's, I think it's 2 weeks time. You probably won't see this until about 6 months after, but there we are. I'll crack on now. I think that's an 18mm. I'll correct it when I start taking it off. Right, let's get some of the good stuff on here. Yeah, might as well get that on the tie rods as well, on the drop links, because why not? There we are. Give that a bit to soak in. Right, let's try a bit of power on it first. It is an 18mm, so let's give it a whirl, see if it works. Right, that's just spinning the bush. So let's get the jack under it. Give it a bit of a... That's got you. There you go. So just giving it a bit of a shock both ways. Good old bulldog. Right. Let's get my adjustable spanner on that. Oh, doesn't like the refresh rate all of a sudden. How's that? Is that any better? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's get the adjustable on that. Right, so that's the top nut off the track rod end. Now there's an adjuster nut there. You can just hopefully see it. I've just got an adjustable spanner on that, and that should free off and get this old shitty one out. Sorry, and get this old rubbish one out. Right, so that's the adjuster nut done. It wasn't very tight, to be honest. A good old bulldog. So with the track rod ends, I've seen turns and half turns, you know, for removal. I'm going to go what FCP Euro say, half turns. So I'll count how many half turns there are, and I'll get it off. So there we are, 42 half turns. So we'll get the new one on. Well, after we've taken the inner tie rod off, which I'm not particularly looking forward to, but we need to get it done. See, there's a clip on the inside of the bellows, but I don't know what to do. Shall I leave it, or shall I just get it all done in one? Because I have got the parts, and I can just see, don't know if you can see it down there, right at the back, there's a little clip. In for a penny, let's just get it done. Excuse the bus going past. Right, I don't know if you can get in there, but need a long screwdriver to release this clip at the back, this pinch clip. So you might be able to see it, not sure. Yeah, there it is. So get a long screwdriver in there, release that, and we'll get this off. First of all, need to 21mm on this. Hold on, wrong way. And just to buzz that nut off. There it is. Right, let's get these bellows off. Right, and there we are. We've got it off. What I did need to do was just get the long screwdriver and then sort of punch this off with a few. No, sorry, punch that off with a few blows of the hammer. I don't know if these are original. I don't know, but yeah, the inner tie rods. Yeah, not so good, so I'm glad I'm doing both. Right, I'll get my little tool out and we'll get this off. This here little gizmo is a tie rod tool, so we put that around there, tighten those two bolts up like so. I'll get this tightened up and then I'll come back. Right, on this one that I got, it's 14 mil. So let's get these done up. See if that's tight enough. Hold on. Let's just right. I need some sort of access here, so bear with me. Right. Bit of brute force from the front, and you can see it's just ease that off. So I'll take the tool off. So let's just take that off. Oh, it's all going very well. Really well. Right. I'm still trying to learn how to do this one-handed. That's it, there we go. And then in a tie rod off. God almighty, my camera work is shocking. There we go. And that, yeah, that's pretty shot too. There we are. So let's put a bit of light on the subject. There we are. So insulation is the reverse of removal, and that needs to be torqued up to, I think it was 100 foot-pounds, whatever it is in Newton meters. Right, let's get my torque wrench, get that tool back on, and get that tightened. There we are. Right. Get that nut off, and I'll go and get the torque wrench. Right, sorry about that. The inner tie rod was tightened up to 100 Newton meters. I don't think I pressed record properly, and I'll just put the boot over. I'm going to clamp this end up, but I'll do the get it in over the end of the rack last, after everything else is tight. But let's get the new one. Let's get the new track rod end on. And it's 42 half turns to take that one off, so let's do it. Right, let's try and get this to take on, and turn that 42 times. I can't do it with holding this though. I'll get it started and then carry on filming. Right, so that's just taken on, so 42 half turns. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, there we go, 42 half turns, and it's on. We'll get the top nut on and get that tightened, and then that's this side done, other than the clip on the inside. So let's get this back on. Right, I need to try and find a way of taking a bit more load into that to stop that spinning. Might need to be mole grips, I think, maybe. Sorry, wonderful filming again. Mole grips is the answer, so I'm going to get this finished off, and I'll join you when I'm tightening that back up and then putting the spring clip back on the end of the gaiter. So right, let's get this tightened up. Right, so that's all tightened up. Get that adjusted up. Right, I could probably do with another adjustable on there, or some mole grips just to hold that while I tighten, so bear with me. Right, sit rep. I've had to change the bellows because the ones I was supplied with were wrong, so I've cleaned up inside the old bellows, made sure those are okay. There's no splits in them. Put the spring clip, I don't know if you can see, put the spring clip back on the end. Everything's tightened up. Now I just need to do the inside of the bellows. For this, I'm going to have to move the steering rack onto lock this way to compress it. So I shall do that now, and then get a. I don't have the equipment for one of those pinch clips, so what I'm going to do is I'll get a good zip tie, cable tie. I'm not American, and then but I need to put it on full lock this way to compress the bellows, so it goes on easier. So I'll do that now. I might have to do that with the camera on. Let's have a go. Hold on. It'd help if I didn't have the steering lock on, wouldn't it? So that's now compressed, and I'm going to try if I can get in there, get that over the end. Bit of a faff. I'm sorry about the refresh rate. That's terrible. Right, I'm going to get this on. Right, there we are. Let's try and get you in on that. And if you can see, there we are. Just give that that's on. It is tight, but I'll just make sure it's a little bit tighter and get me fingers on it. There we are. And that's that done. I'll get the excess trimmed off and we're done. Right, and there we are. All done. That's on. I've trimmed the excess off with some secateurs because that's all I had to hand, and because that's obviously what you use to trim off bits of cable tie. So there we are, all done, tightened up. Now just the other side to do, but I'm not going to show you that. So in the next one, drop links front and back, and I'll get this other tracker end done whenever I can. So there we are. Didn't take too long actually. It was just more the faff of doing that, having to get those bellows off again. Everything else went together really well. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.